What up, Laker fam? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap. Very, very upset, man. I'm trying my hardest not to blow up in this live stream because I cannot believe what I just saw. All right, not just from the Lakers, because we lacked. We were caught lacking today. But mainly from the coaching staff, from one Darvin Ham. Okay. So I told you guys that the third quarter would be key, and that would basically be, that would basically determine whether we close the series tonight or not. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened, man. That is exactly what happened. Darvin Ham came out here and did some bullshit. I think right now he proved that he's probably the worst coach available in the playoffs, which is a very scary thing because now we have to try to win in spite of him. With 4 minutes left in the third, we're down 1 point because D'Lo comes out and he makes a nice little 8-0 run to start, hits back-to-back threes, hits a nice little mid-range pull-up. The refs were atrocious all night long. But where we lost the game was we went small ball again with like 3-4 minutes left in the third quarter, and they go on a 19-2 run. Mind you, Darvin Scam doesn't call a single timeout during this period. On top of the fact that we went small, and it was the second time in the game when we go small, we lose a lead, or we lose, we lose traction. Darvin is really, really pissing me off, guys, because he doesn't learn from his mistakes. You would hope that a rookie coach will learn from his mistakes. This guy was utter garbage tonight. He was a complete and total abomination as a head coach, and it sucks. It sucks because we're probably stuck with him for the next couple of years, but if he's not going to learn, man, then there's no hope for Darvin Ham. We're going to have to win in spite of him. Yeah, LeBron didn't have a great game tonight. Anthony Davis actually showed up, but it's been rare. AD had 31 and 19 and a couple blocks, not enough. Austin Reeves, 17, not enough. 15 for LeBron James with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, not nearly enough. D'Angelo Russell with 11 and 10, still not enough. Bottom line is our defense wasn't it, but the coaching staff did not help us by putting us in that position of going small. You cannot have Rui on Triple J. We've talked about that already. And you damn sure can't have LeBron James out there guarding these guys, right? Guarding Xavier Tillman and I mean, in spurts, but nah, man. Those 4 minutes felt like 40. And coach failed to make any adjustments in that time span. That is where I'm really disappointed. And what's worse, when the game was already over, we're down by 20 plus. He fails to pull his stars in the fourth quarter, LeBron and AD, making a little mini phantom run and trading their health for that little mini phantom run that everybody knew it was over by the end of the third. So shout out to Darvin Ham for this one. He guaranteed that my prediction will become true. I said Lakers in 6 before the season started. That's exactly what it's going to be. We're going to finish them off at home. However, Game 6 is going to be a must-win on Friday because we don't win that one, we're really in trouble. But look, we had 3 opportunities. We botched the first one. We're down 1 point with 4 minutes left in the third. Very manageable. We're starting to get momentum. They call a timeout. Shout out to their coach for calling timely timeouts in the right times. Darvin can't do the same. He can't relate. He doesn't understand making in-game adjustments at the right times. Right? And yes, the officiating was egregious. It was horrible, but that's not going to be an excuse. We shot ourselves in the foot with that small ball BS. That doesn't seem to work. And what's worse is that we risked our stars' health. AD fell on his back. We risk our stars' health when we're down 20. Like, that really shows how much Darvin Ham is lacking up there up top. My guy Alex said, when is it time to panic, Dan? It's not time to panic. Lakers still winning this in 6. I called it. You guys know Nostradamus is going to strike. We're going to win this in 6 games. Some people thought it was going to be a gentleman's sweep. Some people thought it was going to be a sweep. I knew Memphis was good enough to win 2 games. Plus, I knew that the refs would be on their BS. And we got to play in spite of that. But 1 point game, we're right there. We're about to take momentum. They call a timeout. And then Darvin Ham pulls Anthony Davis at the wrong time, right when we're getting momentum. Hate it. He sticks with his minute restrictions. And not only that, he sticks with his small ball crap even when it's not working. He failed to call a timeout, make an adjustment, insert Tristan, Mo, or even Wenyen. It was too late when he inserted Wenyen at the end. Bottom line is this loss is definitely on Darvin Ham. For tonight, I'm going to call him Darvin Scam, and I'm losing hope in him. I'm really looking at all the coaches in the postseason that are left, and I'm thinking, do we have the worst coach in the postseason? I'm starting to think yes. I mean, just run down the list of coaches and tell me one coach that Darvin Ham is better than. I can't think of none right now. My man said 74-77. Ham ain't call it TO. Braun was tired. AD was out. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying, like, and on top of that, he doesn't make in-game adjustments, at least not the proper ones. How are you gonna let Hachimura and LeBron get cooked by their bigs when you got two big able bodies like Bamba and Tristan out there? Even Wenyen did a solid job in the first half, and he didn't get the same run in the second. I just will never comprehend what is his train of thought in these situations. They go on a 19-2 run before Darvin Ham can call a timeout. Think about that. Other coach, we hit a couple of threes, timeout, or even a couple of twos, timeout. Darvin Ham, he sits on those things like I don't know, like it's coming out of his pocket or something. Marco said we were down 1 and took AD out. Exactly, man. There's a time to just let the momentum ride out, man. There's a time. This would have been the perfect time to do it, man. Ham has no shame. Lonnie can only play garbage time. And what's worse is Mo Bamba and Tristan can't even see garbage time. That's the worst part. Like, this guy's giving no indications of using any size out there. Any size at all whatsoever. This guy literally going to let whatever team come in and roll over us. The good news is that our role players and LeBron play way better at home. Way better at home. Now, LeBron didn't show up this game. I'll give you guys that. I know you guys probably think I'm not going to call him out. I am. LeBron didn't show up this game, man, at all. Like, he went in little spurts, and then he would disappear. 15 points on a closeout game, not good enough from LeBron. We needed more. AD did show up. Now, I'm concerned by one thing. We have had trouble getting both of those guys on the same page. Part of that is on the players. Part of that is on the coaching staff. They got to draw up more plays, more pick and rolls between the two, and more action off the ball to get guys closer to the basket, because we're settling for threes all game long. This coach is trash. Both of PG are not playing good. This small ball trash. We have a 7-footer in Mo. I know, bro. Listen, we've been preaching this. I'm about tired of preaching it already. I'm about tired of preaching about us actually utilizing the size. This would be a perfect series to do it. If we don't do it now, we're going small the rest of the way, and that's really concerning. First of all, we're putting too much mileage on Anthony Davis's body. That's number one. Number two, we're not playing efficient basketball on the offensive end. We're settling. When he goes small, he thinks it's time to just jack up threes. That is not intelligent Laker basketball. That is low efficiency, throwing up prayer Laker basketball, right? Anthony Davis made one from the corner, fading away with 1 second left in the first half. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good shot, right? We don't have to get infatuated by threes and just settle the whole game. But you know what? I'm confident that we will win Game 6. I'm very confident. All right. I'm about 90% confident. So long as Ham doesn't pull something as egregious as he just did this game. Right. And I'm going to hold my breath and hope he does not. Because if he puts Rui on Triple J one more time, I'm going to have to go find him somewhere, man, and have a conversation with this guy. Seriously. What is going on with Darvin, man? What is going on? Like, in what world, can a skilled guy like Triple J be contained by Rui or by LeBron? LeBron, you don't want to even exert him defensively because now you're risking injury, right? And as far as Rui, he's primarily an offensive player who can play good defense in spurts, but he's not somebody you can just count on to throw on one of their best bigs on their team. Their best big on the team. I just don't get it, man. I'll never understand it. Same timeout situation occurred with the Bucks versus Miami. Jimmy just cooked them. Call a timeout and recognize, please, Bucks coach culture. You know what? It might be. Listen, one thing I don't like about stubborn coaches is they fail to realize and to accept when they're wrong. I bet you Darvin's going to come out here and preach about lack of effort and giving them credit, but he's not going to take accountability and say, it's my bad, I should have utilized more. So he's not going to do that. So as long as a coach is not taking accountability, these mistakes are doomed to repeat and fail. Now, I'm not going to sit here and panic because I was hoping we can. I said, depends on what version of the Lakers shows up, we will win. Well, LeBron didn't show up. D'Lo showed up in a very small spurt. We still need more from him. AD definitely showed up. Reeves showed up. His effort was there, even when his offense wasn't fully. His effort was definitely there. But we need a lot more, especially on the closeout game on Friday. We're going to need so much more. And you're right, man. These timeout situations are very questionable, very sus from the coaching staff. You guys know I was Team Darvin Ham. I was really excited when he came in here. But just like Westbrook, they start wearing out their welcome, man, with their stubbornness. And that's what really pisses me off about this coach. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But I told you guys we had to win the battle in the paint. We did not. We were winning at the half, and we ended up losing 52-44. That's the key. Stop settling for threes, right? That's the key right there. Total rebounds, we won by 2, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We still turned the ball over more than them. We shot a measly 25%, 10 for 39 from the field. Ridiculous. Stop settling for. I told you guys I didn't want them going past 30 for a reason. We weren't shooting good tonight. But I'm really disappointed in this head coach. I'm disappointed in the fact that he let them catch some momentum. Now Memphis is thinking, all right, we got this. If we win one more, we'll get them here at home in Game 7. It's very similar to what Atlanta is thinking, right? Boston had a chance to put them out in their house, and Atlanta just got some new life, new breath of fresh air. Luckily, we're going to play Game 6 at our house. This is why I had us Lakers in 6, all right? Lakers in 6. We will protect home court. Hopefully we get some of these calls, because seriously, these officials were just disgusting tonight. Literally, there was a play where D'Angelo Russell comes down, he pump fakes, gets the guy in the air, jumps, shoots his jumper, misses because he got fouled, and then they get the rebound. Ja comes down the other end, gets the same play, but he actually got the call, unlike the Lakers. It was like that all night. It was one of those situations where it looks like the league office put in the call and said, we need more money. We need more ratings. How about we force a Game 6, right? Now, I'm hoping they're not trying to force a Game 7, because it's going to be equally as ugly with the officiating. However, we have the talent to close things out in Game 6, and we're going to have to do that, just that. And hopefully my prediction of Lakers in 6 comes true. Bron was bad today, too. He was. For some reason, he looked gassed out there. A LeBron fan will mistake that by LeBron was just testing the waters. No. He played bad today. We're going to call it like it is. But he had an amazing game, Game 4, and he had a very piss poor game 5. That's just what it is. But I'm not concerned about him. I'm more concerned, can AD have a repeat game at home in front of the home crowd while LeBron joins the party? That's all I want. I want both of them to get on the same page at the same time. We haven't had that enough this season at all. And also, we're really going to have to do something about this annoying character named Desmond Bane. Because I'm okay with Ja Morant getting you 31. But Desmond Bane, as good as he is, should not be getting 33. He is now leading their team. Now I'm having the dilemma of, should we swap out Vanderbilt on Bane and let Ja Morant just do whatever? Or like, what are we going to do about that? Darvin has to make that adjustment. All right. If he doesn't want to use a big, fine. But you have to make sure you cannot let Desmond Bane come out here with his little arms, little T-Rex arms, and destroy us. Can't have that. Another thing, Beasley. Can we talk about Beasley? What's going on with Malik Beasley? Why is he still playing? Why is he even in the game? When you got Max Christie and Lonnie Walker, you got other options, man. Give them an opportunity, coach. Stop being so stubborn, right? Malik Beasley's been struggling. He's had plenty of opportunities to shine, and he has made very few opportunities. He has capitalized on very few of those opportunities. So one of those things. But I'm very disappointed, and mainly in Darvin Ham. I'm a little disappointed LeBron didn't show up today, but I'm not going to say a pass, but I'm more understanding because he went all out the last game, and he's a little bit on the older side. So I expected AD to show up today. He did his part. So salute AD. I expected Reeves to show up. He did his part. D'Lo kind of brought us back there again in the third quarter. D'Lo's been clutch, even though he's not having the most efficient postseason. But yeah, Darvin Ham he made my stomach hurt, man. That third quarter was just it was an abomination. There's no other way to put it, man. There's no other way to put it. And obviously, I'm still rooting for Darvin because he's our coach for the foreseeable future. But I got to call his punk ass out because that shit was some bullshit that he just put up in that third. I don't get it. I'll let you guys go ahead and voice your opinions now. I said what I had to say. Lakers got to be better. Lakers will win Game 6. It is my prediction. And usually when I make these predictions, they hit. So I had the Lakers in Game 6 before the playoffs even started, before we even played the Memphis Grizzlies. So I'm sticking with that. I feel it. I feel good about it. My only concern was with Darvin leaving the stars out there and the starters that we would catch an injury. Thank God it looks like we didn't. That's the only thing. I was really pissed off while watching the game because I'm like, the game is over, damn it. Come on, Darvin. Dan, I can't with this coach or D'Lo, 11 points, or Dennis, 0 points. Dennis Schroeder is a hit or miss. This is why I call him Call of Duty Dennis, mainly because he plays a lot of Call of Duty. But secondly, because you just never know what version of him is going to show up. Is it going to be Dennis the Menace, which is the best version? At least I'll give him this. He got after it defensively tonight. I'll give him that. He's fighting through screens and all of that. Offensively, you just never know what you're going to get from him. Thankfully, our role players play 2 times better. at home. So that's the good news, ladies and gentlemen. And we have not lost a home game versus Memphis. So that's two positive things to look at. Plus, I expect a really motivated LeBron James because it almost looked like he was coasting this game, but still no excuses. Poor game by him. But usually it's him having the good game and AD having the poor offensive game. Today, we switch roles, right? So we need a better LeBron and we need this version of AD to show up. So if we can get those two things together, we winning. Am I going to throw in the Laker lucky jacket? That's up to y'all, man. If y'all feel like this is a Laker lucky jacket game, I'll throw it on. But, however, remember, I made this prediction already. Lakers in 6. It feels right. It just always felt right. I think we will get it. I do believe it. Nick Nurse would be great. But you know what? I'd have to see him in person first because I thought Darvin Ham was going to be great. He was obviously I had Mark Jackson, my number 1 option. And then Darvin Ham is my number 2 from the available candidates, right? But I'll say this. As far as the whole Darvin Ham situation goes, it's really discouraging to see he's not learning from his mistakes. Small ball has been destroying us, not only during the regular season towards the end, but during the postseason as well. We have been losing a lot of leads when we go small. Bottom line. Ham fumbled so hard. He said, never seen a coach destroy us. Yeah, listen, it's hard when you have to win in spite of the coach. One thing I'll give Frank Vogel credit for is that Frank Vogel got better as the postseason went. And I guess that's part of him being a veteran coach rather than a rookie coach. But as the postseason in the bubble progressed, he got better. And he made the adjustments. He eventually started Alex Caruso next to LeBron, which we wanted. He eventually went with Dwight. He used his size alongside AD. This coach has not even attempted. You know, Tristan Thompson hasn't even seen a single minute on the court from the moment we acquired him. And you know, that concerns me. It's like, why did you bring him out there if that was the case, right? It doesn't like – it feels like the Lakers front office said, you know what, let's give him some reinforcements just in case he needs them. But Darvin Ham's like, no, I'm good. I know what I'm doing. And he really doesn't. That's what it looks like to me. I would at least like to see him try somebody, at least in garbage minutes. You couldn't throw Bamba out there in garbage minutes. You know, it's funny to me, like the best coaches, in my opinion, are the coaches that are unafraid to make in-game adjustments and think outside of the box. This guy is stuck in his box, man. He's stuck with his mentality, and ain't nobody going to push him off of his block. That's the problem I have with Darvin is if you were intelligent, you would get creative, right? You would find ways to stagger and the minutes for AD so he doesn't overexert himself. And at the same time, you will find ways so we don't have a big drop-off defensively when he goes to the bench. And that's what it is. Defensively, when he goes to the bench, we are getting cooked. And there's times when their coach, he doesn't have any minute restrictions on his stars. So he sees that we make substitutions. He leaves Jaw and he leaves Jaren Jackson Jr. and Xavier Tillman out there. And that's when they start cooking us. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on, coach. It's the playoffs. Lift your minutes restrictions and play the guys that are giving us the momentum. Like that lineup that was out there that brought it back to within 1. If he leaves it out there to finish the quarter, we probably go up 5. And now we're playing a completely different game instead of being down 18 by the end of the 4-minute mark right there. 19-2 run. You've got to be shitting me. We're within 1 point, and they go on a 19-2 run. No timeouts, bullshit adjustments, ball game. I never give up on this team till the buzzer beater sounds. Till the final buzzer sounds. But I knew right then and there, Darvin Ham just drained all of our momentum. Even if we made a phantom run, I knew we wouldn't win. I knew it at the end of the third quarter. And that's sad. It should never be like that. As a Laker fan, you should always have hope because we've seen amazing things. But this coach really sold, man. But yeah, look, outside of the coach, which I'm giving him about 90% of the blame with these crappy rotations, the small ball bullshit, I got to say LeBron James takes a part of the blame because he came out lethargic in the first half, and in the second half he didn't do enough. And D'Angelo Russell, because we need more efficiency from him. Like, he can get hot, and that's nice and all. And he helped. He had the first 8 points in the second half. But we need more than just little spurts from D'Lo. If we can get some consistency, that'd be so much better. Also, no more Malik Beasley, please. He's had plenty of opportunities. Play someone else. You got other people on their roster who probably deserve more of an opportunity. Play them. Heck, I'd give Max Christie an opportunity, even though he's a rookie. You never know. Hungry young rookie that's not on the scouting report might actually make a play or two to help you out, right? Rui, a no-show. Yeah, unfortunately, this was not Rui's game either. right? This wasn't Rui. There was nobody's game. The floor spacing was poor. We kept jacking up 3-point shots, and they didn't take the ball to the hole enough. We lost the paint points. This is key to the series. We got to win the points in the paint. Every freaking night we want to win a game, we got to win those points in the paint. We have to. Dan, what are your thoughts on Bron and his threes? He's 6 for 36 for the series for 16%. I think small ball is gassing him as he plays the 5. Yeah, I do believe that. Also, please don't shoot no more threes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no excuses for settling. If you're gassed, pass it to somebody else. Pass it to one of the young guys. Let's see if they can make a play. Either Reeves or Rui or somebody. We got to stop settling as a unit. And it's up to our leaders to really stop settling because those threes weren't falling. The percentage you just mentioned to me from LeBron James is abysmal, right? We need him to either get more of a pick and roll game going involved with AD or a 2-man game and make plays going towards the basket because that's where his strength relies. And tonight there was something uncharacteristic about LeBron. He was driving, and even after they called the foul, he was kicking it out instead of trying to finish. So I'm not sure if he was like gassed or whatever. It could be that. But again, no excuses. We got to be better come Friday. We must close this series on Friday. We got to treat it like it's a game 7 because the last thing you want to do is come back here to ugly ass Memphis. That's the last thing you want to do, right? The last thing we want to do is see these little Grizzly Cubs twerking and shit. We don't want to partake in this immaturity stuff, right? We're supposed to humble them. We got one final chance to do it on Friday. If we lose that game on Friday, now the series is in serious jeopardy because we come back home to their house, and I don't know how Darvin's going to coach. I don't know if LeBron and both AD are going to show up or if which one's going to tag in. I don't know what role players are going to show up. But one thing I do know about when we play at home is that crowd, even when we start off crappy, is going to energize us. It's going to get especially the role players going, and LeBron is probably going to have another masterclass game. AD, hopefully he shows up. That's my only hopes and concerns. Momo said Dennis and D'Lo should not be on the floor together. That's another good point. We did have a lineup that I hated. It was Dennis, D'Lo, and Troy Brown Jr. By the way, Troy Brown has been really quiet all series long. He's another one we might start having. I mean, we still need him for his defensive purposes, but man, his offense has been non-existent. He's had so many wide open threes and has been breaking everything. So again, the postseason is where you really see what players are made of. The only one that was really shooting solid for us from beyond the arc tonight was Austin Reeves. No surprises there, right? He had a couple threes, but everybody else was just clanking, man. But I agree with you, man. No more Dennis and D'Lo. That's a recipe for disaster right there. Johnny said, why blaming the coach? Players did horrible today. Did you watch the game? Players didn't do horrible. LeBron didn't show up. D'Lo was inconsistent. Vanderbilt, he's a defensive player. They were within 1 point with 4 minutes to go. And then Coach Ham does the unthinkable. He pulls out AD and he puts in a small ball unit that got exploited and exposed. We lost the game mainly because of that. Obviously, we need better effort from role players. LeBron got to be better, all that good stuff. But Darvin Ham took away the momentum. This is why I blame the coach primarily. Now, obviously, the players get a small percentage of the blame as well because they're out there on the court at the end of the day. No matter who's out there, they'll have to provide that energy. We got out work. We got out hustle. We got out rebound it. And the refs were, again, just a nightmare. But we got to win and play in spite of all of that, right? We are on a run, 74-75. Then Ham pulls out AD. The rest is history. I love to get it. I love to get in Ham's brains to find out. Hey, yo, I don't know about the brains part, bro. You sound like Hannibal Lecter there. But I know what you meant, though. You would like to know what he was thinking. I agree. Let me just reword that for you, man. But yeah, listen. This team got to be 10 times better when we play on Friday, period. We have to. Coaching better, at least not get in the way. If you're not going to help Darvin, don't get in the way, right? Beasley and Brown played more than Rui. Shameful. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, yo. What's up with that? Rui has almost outscored their whole bench, yet he doesn't really get a lot of plays drawn out for him. I don't know if you guys have noticed, right? And then Dennis got to be so much better. We got another bagel from Dennis. This is one thing I don't like about Dennis. You just never know what version of him is gonna show up, right? Like there was a play where AD kicked it out to him. This dude took forever to take the jump shot, and he ends up, driving into a turnover. It's like, dude, you had a wide open 3, but your ass took forever because you're still thinking about Call of Duty at home. He had one of those brain frozen moments. It's loading. It's like, come on, man. Dennis got to be better. But the one thing I appreciate about Dennis is effort is always there, and he always helps on the defensive end. I think he's phenomenal defensively almost every night. He fights through screens. He's feisty. But seriously, the refs are giving Ja everything tonight. Bottom line is this. We will be better on Friday. I'm not too concerned. Like I said, remember, my prediction, Lakers in 6, right? Don't make me look like a fool, Lakers. Come out here, take care of business on Friday. I will be here to break it all the way down. But, man, just bad. Just all bad. Tonight was a nightmare scenario. We started off slow. We let their crowd get into it. Everything we said pregame we shouldn't do, they did. And then the rotations were egregious, man. Horrible. Horrible. Let's hope he learns from this crap and he puts his pride to the side and does what's better for not just the franchise, but for the city as well. Because the last thing we need is a Game 7. My heart rate would not be able to hold up for that, man. My blood pressure would be boiling to the max, right? Yeah, it's very concerning. Darvin Ham's coaching strategies have been suspect, to say the least, for sure. He said, no worries, Lake Show will bounce back into Game 6. I know it, man. Remember, Dastradamus will strike again, man. I said Lakers in 6. I knew Memphis was good enough to get 2 wins from us. I would have been really shocked, like I said pregame. I would have been really shocked if we closed it out tonight. But it didn't happen. It did not happen. We got this. He said, Bro was talking real bold last night. What happened? We got a little silly Clipper fan talking shit. Bro, my team's still playing. Yours is not. Deuces. What do you? I'm still bold. I said Lakers in 6 the whole time. Get out of here. But Clipper fans just losers, man. Y'all really in a Laker diehard fan channel? Like, bro, don't you guys have like a little fan or something? Like one of the 7 could at least create your own little space where y'all can go and waste your time at, right? This isn't it. We ain't here to waste time, fam. We're here to talk real hoops and basketball. This man said you was talking real bold. I'm still happy as hell the Clippers lost. This is why I'm not ripping out my hair. We already went further than y'all, even if we don't win a single game the rest of this postseason, which, by the way, is not going to happen. But I think it's hilarious, man. I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm here because I'm bored. I got you, man. I got you. They need to go somewhere else. Listen, the last thing these Clipper fans need to do is come here and become my punching bag. That's going to make me feel better right off the top. You know what I'm saying? I need to blow off a little steam. So let them come, man. I got plenty of jokes for their ass. Johnny said AD sub because he played the whole quarter. Also, Rui did play more than Troy and Malik. Let's stop being delusional. We haven't the other competent players below Beasley. We have no other. Are you serious, Johnny, bro? Tell me you didn't start watching the season when we made the trade, because Lonnie Walker has had a better season than Malik Beasley. Heck, you could even say that Max Christie has been more efficient in his playing time when LeBron was hurt than Malik Beasley. So don't say we don't have other competent players. As far as AD playing the whole quarter, he played up into the 4-minute mark. Other players actually played the whole quarter. He could have left them out there for momentum, man. This is why you call timeouts. Get him a breather, right? Here's the problem. I don't have no problem with AD sitting. My problem is if you're going to play Rui or LeBron at the backup 5, be prepared to get cooked. It's that simple. Let's just agree to disagree, brother, because I respect your opinion, but that one ain't it for me personally. Yoshi said, that is why this offseason, win or lose, we should try to get Kyrie because Bron can't carry this team anymore. At least with Kyrie, you can pencil in 28 points every night. I'd love to have Kyrie. Heck, I'd love to have Trae Young. Problem is the new CBA, fam. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but from what I've heard, you make a trade, you go over the salary cap, you get penalized. You know what I'm saying? Also, the hard cap exception, meaning once you do a sign and trade, you cannot make any more deals happen. You can't go over the cap. If they can find a way, let's just say LeBron and AD both restructure their contracts and it gave us a little bit more cap space, and we sign Kyrie, then we go over the cap to re-sign Reeves and Vando and whoever and Rui, then I'm for it. If they find a creative way, look, Rob Pelinka was an agent, so if there's a will, there's a way. But I still prefer the depth we have on this team rather than if we just grab Kyrie on a sign and trade because he doesn't want to lose any money or anything, it's going to take away a lot of our depth. I'm not even sure if that can happen, you know. But AD did have 19 rebounds tonight, man. So, again, AD played his heart out. I thought Reeves played his heart out. I think we need the rest of the team to come a little harder on Friday, for sure. Beasley overpaid. to put up donuts. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like I said, not every player that comes to Los Angeles, not every player that comes to Los Angeles is ready for the limelight. It's a lot of pressure to play here, right? A lot. Johnny said, in my opinion, I think let's just cut Malik minutes 8-man to 8-man rotation. I actually don't think that's the good solution because then now you're putting more pressure on the guys that are already playing heavy minutes. If they get in foul trouble or heck, you're risking injury. The solution would be to get creative and let somebody earn it in practice or whatever. Let somebody else get some minutes, man. Besides Malik, all you got to do is subtract Malik and put in somebody else. Whether it's, like I said, Max, I'd rather Max. Lonnie is your best bet. And as far as, going to when AD goes to the bench, we have no rim protection. How about we try the guy we traded for at the deadline? How about we at least try him? I know people say he gets in foul trouble and this and that. Give him a shot, fam. At least give him 2 to 3 minutes to see if he can put a body on somebody, get a rebound, grab a block, out to a shot. Make it a little bit harder for these guys to go in there and get buckets. That's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm not trying to say that we should start Mo or Tristan, but hey, why not give them at least a look? Get creative. The best coaches always get creative and they find a way to maximize their rotations and their rosters. That's all I'm saying, man. But as far as the Kyrie situation, I'm not really going to look into that till the offseason, depending on how we finish this postseason. But I love our team, man. I don't think the team is the issue. I think the issue here is the way they're being utilized and the way where the rotations are. Like I said, today, this one's on Darvin for me. 90% of the problem was Darvin tonight. It showed. The Lakers competed. They battled back. LeBron didn't have the best game, but we still battled. We showed our depth. We showed our poise. And we were within one single point. And all it takes is a momentum shifting roster decision made by the coach to put us out. And that's what really put us out. We lost the game in 4 minutes. Well, we built up for about 30 minutes. We lost it in 4. Think about that. The first half, we fought back to within 9. The first 6 minutes of the quarter or so, for the first 8 minutes or so, we fought to within 1. Everything we built up until that point where we're starting to feel good, like, okay, we can see the finish line. Let's put them out. Small ball happened. And it's been happening all year long, right? And it hasn't really worked all year long. We've lost some games due to this stuff. The last thing we can afford is to lose games in the postseason due to this stuff, right? Small ball just doesn't work. We're not the Golden State Warriors here, right? That's the bottom line. Johnny says, so comical how Mo found no minutes today. I don't find it funny at all, brother. I think it's sad. It's sad that Mo couldn't even get a single minute in garbage time when we're down 20. To me, an intelligent coach, once we went down 20, game's over, the whole fourth quarter, let's let these youngsters, let's let these third stringers battle it out to see who can help and to see who can do anything, right? And he didn't do that. He risked LeBron. He risked Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis, most importantly. And we made a phantom run, but for what? A loss is a loss. Someone please tell Ham it's okay to use a timeout. Bro, 19-2 run. 19-2. Imagine that. Imagine letting a team go on a 19-2 run. That rookie pedigree really showed, man. For real. Memphis better enjoy this win while they can. We're going to blow the brakes off of this team in Staples. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait till we finally get past this team so we can really celebrate. Can't celebrate fully till we get past this team, man. But I agree, bro. I do believe it's going to happen on Friday. Yeah, I know already, Dan, this Game 5 Lake show, give to Memphis, and by Game 6, I know they will win. To take it 4-2, close game, Lake show will go to the second round. For sure, bro. We are the better team. We've already shown that. We've shown that we did what we had to do. We came and we grabbed at least one victory on the road. Now, we really got to protect home court and close it out strong on Friday, because it's going to be really hard to win 2 road games in the same series, right? They feel like they have momentum. I expect them to come out firing, so the Lakers are going to have to come with that same intensity, like when Dylan Brooks was talking smack. But again, here's the good news, and I always tell you guys this after Laker loss since the trade deadline. Every time the Lakers lose, they come out, they make an adjustment, and they win a couple games in a row. And this is no different. We lost. Time to make that adjustment. Time to come out with a sense of urgency and protect home court. 6 man. The crowd is going to be key that game, man. It's going to be so key, and I cannot wait for that game. I cannot wait for my TV speakers to hopefully break from how loud Staples Center is going to be, how loud crypto is going to be, man. I look forward to it. Darvin needs a vet assistant consultant. I'm starting to think that he's much better as an assistant himself. Maybe he needs to get demoted, and maybe we can hire somebody else, right? Because, and I don't think that's going to happen. It's wishful thinking at this point. But he really needs to prove himself these next upcoming games. Because if he does not, man, it's too deep. We're too deep into the season for him to be making these rookie coaching mistakes and costing us games. These are fireable offenses, to be honest with you. But we know Jeannie loves her coaches, and we know Rob. They like to stick by their guy's side. I thought Frank Vogel was a year in too far. They should have fired him a year ago, to be honest. But hey, I have confidence in LeBron and Anthony Davis and the role players, and most importantly, in Lakers Nation, man. You guys make sure we make noise, and let's bring it. Don't get too down on yourselves. Very frustrating loss, man. I'm not going to lie. It really pissed me off, but I can't say I didn't expect this. I expected the Lakers to win in 6, and hopefully that comes to fruition. Any final questions before I get off, guys? Go ahead and fire them off in the comment section now. Why have depth if you're not going to use it when your usual rotation others don't have it? It's not like it would be an experiment to put in Lonnie. That's what I'm saying, Christopher. It's been really tough to see this coach just really stick to his guns. Been really tough. And at times it has paid off, but very few. It has really costed us more than it has paid off this season, if we're being honest, right? You say get Nurse as an assistant, even if it's expensive. That would be a great assistant to have. Not going to lie. But I need to see results on the court before I give any other coach praise. I learned my lesson. I thought Darvin would be the best coach since Phil Jackson. Not better than Phil Jackson, but I thought we haven't had a steady coach that we can rock with for years to come. Since Phil Jackson, I thought Darvin would be him. So far, he's proven me wrong, man. So hopefully he can learn from his mistakes, put his ego to the side, and do his best for everybody involved. Only like that can I get behind a coach. Well, other than that, guys, that wraps it up for me. Oh, wait, one more question. Dan, do you agree with Stephen A? He said Kawhi should retire. That's going to be up to Kawhi, man. I don't think it's in my place to say when or why a player should retire. That's up to them. They know their body, their doctors, all that stuff. He made a huge mistake signing with that garbage franchise, and his last years have been irrelevant, if we're being honest. He's a very good player. I respect him. He's a champion. But, it's sad to see him waste his final prime years with the San Diego Clippers. So I wish him individually the best, not the Clippers necessarily, but him individually, man. I wish him the best, and hopefully he'll make whatever decision is best for him and his family moving forward. All right, guys, that wraps it up for your boy, man. Frustrating loss, but we live to fight another day. You guys know that's my slogan, and we're going to stick with it, and I will see you guys here, man. I'm not sure if this is going to be around the league. Tomorrow I'm going to be extremely busy. If it is, it'll be last minute. So I'll see you guys maybe here tomorrow, but for sure, I'll see you guys here Friday, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Please don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, and go Lakers, man. Lakers in 6, like I said from the beginning. Peace.